Hey guys, I'm not gonna see anything today, and I'm deeply sorry for this. Not because my camera isn't working, it's because, well, my lights are out. I'm about to go to bed. But before I did, I kind of wanted to talk about, World of Warcraft's new expansion, Legion. Now, I have seen other videos of this, so it's not really my personal opinion, I guess. It's more so how it looks to me, I guess. Well, you could make it my own personal opinion. Basically, my opinion of Legion, although, well, it sounds biased, it looks amazing. If they can do everything right, I think they can make a comeback from Warlords of Draenor, which was a absolute train wreck. It started off okay, well, unless you got the expansion right away, where you literally couldn't fight anything because of the Sasquatch. But if they can come back from Warlords of Draenor, I think World of Warcraft has another good 5-10 years if it... Quite literally, I think the only thing that can kill World of Warcraft is itself. There's no... Unless... I don't know. Unless some other company brings out this near replica of World of Warcraft and copies it, only makes it more futuristic or something, like instead of Storm. I don't know where I was going with that. If you, by the way, if you hear like a sound, that's just my fan, and if it's over my voice, I deeply apologize. I'm also trying to be quiet because I think my mom may be asleep. Yes, I still live with my parents. I'm only 17. As you, Jesus Christ. Sorry if any of you are religious. I am atheist, so yeah. Anywho, more about Legion. From what I've seen through videos and all that jazz, dungeons look interesting. I saw one dungeon. This is quite literally a first timer. I saw a dungeon with quite literally a boss. Like, not a higher level mob. Not like in Warlords of Draenor, if you go into a dungeon, it's like 5 levels higher, or 4 levels higher, or I don't know what it was. It's like 3 or 4 levels higher, depending. But no, there's this dungeon called Halls of Valor in the new expansion. There is quite literally a boss. It has the gold dragon. It has the skull as the level. It even says boss on it. If you want, I don't know if there's any records of the boss on the internet yet, but if you want to try and look him up, his name is Odin, and no, not with an I, it has a Y, as in yoga. I don't know why, I guess for religious issues towards the Norse people, or is that a culture? I'm sorry if you're Norse. I don't know. When it comes to mythology, I'm a Greek kind of guy. So I'm sorry if I offended any of you. Anywho, for raids, the ones that I've seen, which were not of many, I only saw Emerald Nightmare and Hellfire Citadel and part of something else. It had that scorpion boss in it. I don't know if it was part of something else. Anywho, the raids look interesting. I think I'll like them. As for, well, actually, raids, I don't think they should bring 40 man back. That was just insanity. I did like 40 man, don't get me wrong. But I think 20 man allows you to be more organized, and yeah, it's 20 man now. But yeah, 20 man allows you to be more organized and doesn't have your healers be healing a shit ton of people. It's only the tanks and sometimes the DPS. You only need like 5 healers. And yeah. Sorry, yawned. As well, for one more thing on dungeons, from what I've seen, I think they could be reworked a little bit. I don't know if it's just me, but they seem a little longer than usual, and I don't mind for a long dungeon, but they seem longer than the longer dungeons from, like, let's say Wrath with Halls of Reflection, and trust me, that was kind of long, at least in my eyes it was. Anywho, artifact weapons. Well, it's going to be weird seeing everyone running around with an Ashbringer or Frostmourne Baby. Frostmourne Baby, that sounds funny. Besides that, besides seeing legendary weapons of characters of high lore, I think with the leveling up system of the weapons, like that Final Fantasy game, I don't know which one, and no, I'm not copying off that one YouTuber who did it, I forget his name. Battler Gaming? Maybe? I think. If I am copying someone, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I do like the leveling up of the weapons. I find it interesting. I have played the Final Fantasy where relic weapons are a thing, and I did like that, and I like World of Warcraft more than Final Fantasy. Sorry for any Final Fantasy fans, I wanted it in there. Well, now it's coming. I think it's going to be a good idea, honestly. Think of it as those heirloom weapons, only better. Like, the heirloom weapons leveled up with you. These new artifact weapons level on their own. At least I'm pretty sure they do. I think they get talent points, and I think they get it when they level up, if they do level on their own. I know little about them. I just know that they are cool, pretty much. And what else can I talk about? Well, I heard there was something going on with all the specs for every class. That didn't have to deal with artifact weapons. I heard that there was like a tri-specialization, so you could activate, like have all three of your specs going on at the same time and switch to whatever you think is best accordingly. Like if you are in a raid and you're like Beastmaster Hunter and you think that's not appropriate for that, you could like switch to Marksman or Survival or vice versa. And I haven't played World of Warcraft for ages, and I can't believe I remember that. Well, by ages I mean a year. Feels like ages, considering I'm used to playing it so much. But yeah, I heard something that they would be adding a tri-specialization thing, and for druids, they have 4 specs, which I find very, very stupid. I don't know what they all are, but it's stupid. They're the only, Jesus, they're the only class that I know of, and I'm pretty sure on this, that they have 4 specs. That is beyond insane. I think it's 1 for DPS, 1 for tanking, 1 for healing, and then 1 for something else. I don't know. I've never played a druid. I wouldn't be able to tell you. Well, I have played a druid. I just wasn't interested in enough to find out. So, sorry, druid players. I'm more of a not mana person. I'm more of Death Knight or Hunter, or soon to be Demon Hunter. Speaking of Demon Hunters, Demon Hunters, oh boy. Demon Hunters look to be like in power levels. No, not over 9,000, sadly. Well, maybe. In power, I think they're going to be like Death Knights when they first came out, pretty much. Like, when Death Knights first came out, they were insanely strong for those who didn't play when they first came out. Like, holy crap, and Blood Death Knights could keep themselves alive for so fucking long. And then Frost Death Knights were so insane, they had such a high damage output, it was insane. Blood Death Knights were pretty much invincible on their own. They didn't need anything, and they're still like that today. Yeah, I think that, Demon Hunters are the new Death Knight of Legion in terms of how insane they're going to be. Pro tip, this is for anyone who's a content creator, never make a video during the night if you're a very yawny person during the night. I will remember that for whenever I make another video. Anywho, yeah, Demon Hunters are insanely mobile. Like, they doesn't even look like they need a mount to get up to like high places. It looks like they can do that on their own without the assistance of like let's say a flying mount. It's kind of cool, but I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just thinking it's going to be really, really, really broken in future situations. I'm not saying nerf it or anything. I like the